Alright, so welcome back to this channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to use castle calculator to solve questions under complex number. So before we solve these three questions, I will need to tell you guys what is a complex number. Okay, so a complex number, these are numbers that is made up of a real part. Okay, made up of a real part, that is a real number. Okay, a complex number is a number made up of a real part and an imaginary part. Okay, I'm coming. The B is the imaginary part, imaginary part. Then the I is the imaginary unit. Okay, so this is a complex number, a number made up of a real part and an imaginary part. Okay, for example, if you look at these questions on the board, you see Z1 is equals to 2 plus 5i. Z1 equals to 2 plus 5i. If you look at this, you find out that 2 is what? The real part. It looks exactly like this, right? Yes, you find out that 2 is the real part. Then what? 5 is what? The imaginary part. Then I is what? Imaginary unit. So this will tell you that. This question is, or this will tell you that this number is what? Is a complex number, because why? It has a real part and what? An imaginary part. Okay, yes. So how are you going to use castle calculator to solve questions coming out from complex number? Is very easy. Okay, now let's do the very first question. I said find Z1 Z2. Z1 Z2, it means that they say find Z1 Z2. It means that Z1 is multiplying what? Z2, right? Yes. Now what is Z1? Z1 is what? 2 plus 5i, right? So just go here, right? Bracket open, 2 plus 5i, then bracket close, then times what? Z2 is what? Z2 is 8 minus 2i, right? So 8 minus 2i, right? Yes. So how are you going to do this in your calculator? Okay, so let me teach you. So the very first thing, I'm coming. Wait. All right. So the very first thing you are going to do, is, these are the steps. Okay. So you need to make sure that your calculator is in complex mode. So how are you going to do it? At first, press mode in your castle calculator. So I don't know if you guys can see it here. Okay. So just press mode. Once you press mode, then you press what? 2 in the calculator, you show complex. Okay, press mode, and the next thing you press 2. As you press more than 2, you have successfully make the calculator to be in complex form, right? Yes. Then the next thing, write this value. How are you going to do it? You go, okay, let's do this one, right? Bracket open, press bracket open, then 2 plus 5, okay? 2 plus 5. Then what about this R? How are you going to write R? Now check your calculator. If you check your castle calculator, you will see a part for bracket, open bracket, and you see a part of close bracket, right? Yes, but this is not the part I'm telling you guys to look for. Go to this place beyond open bracket. You see a place known as the right ing, eng. If you look at it, I don't know if you guys can see it, eng. Okay, so if you press on top of this eng, you see a little letter there. I don't even understand. So that is I don't even understand. So you have written 2, then plus 5, then press ing. After you have converted it to complex form, bring down the number 2 plus 5, then press I is what? Ing. So ing. Then what are we going to do next? Bracket close, then times bracket open 8 minus 2. Remember I. Go to press ing, eng, then bracket close. To give us what? 26 plus 36 I. So our answer will be what? 26 plus 36 I. So the answer is D. Okay. So these are to use this. So these are to solve question using these are to solve complex number using castle calculator. At first, make sure that your calculator is in complex form. By pressing, you just need to press mode, then 2 convert. You press more than 2, you convert it to complex form. Okay, now let's go to the next question. Remember, I've already converted. My calculator is already in what? Is already in complex form. If I want to, okay, now let me go back. Okay, if I want to make it in complex form, very easy. I press mode, then I press what? 2. Okay, I'll make it in complex form. So what next? Now let's go to the next question. Question 2. They said express the following in terms of a plus ib. It's very easy. That is complex sum. Look at it. 4 minus a, then bracket open, bracket open, 4 minus a, bracket close, then bracket open, 2 plus 5a, bracket close, then minus bracket open, 6 plus 3i, bracket close, then bracket open, 2 minus 2i, bracket close. So it's just the same thing we did earlier. So make sure your calculator is already in complex form. Then do like this, okay? Bracket open, right? 4 minus, remember, I is what? This is how I'm coming. Remember, this from the question, this is 4 minus I, right? Yes, so 4 minus I. This is 5I, this is 3I, this is 2I. So go to your calculator, bracket open, 4 minus. Now, where can you see I in your calculator? Ink. Okay, yes, press ink, bracket close, bracket open, 2, then plus 5, then do what? Press ink, right? Ink, which is I. Press ink, bracket close, then minus, bracket open, 6 plus 3, then I, which is ink, then bracket close, then bracket open, 2 minus 2I, right? 2I, where can you see I? Ink, ink, bracket close, then equals to what? Minus 5 plus 2, 4. So the answer is, our answer is what? I'm coming. Our answer is minus, oh god, calculate this thing, marker. So our answer is minus 5 plus 24i. So where is it in this option? Minus 5 plus 24i. That is A. Okay. Now let's do the last question, which is question 3. Okay. Question 3. Now, if you look at question 3, they said if z, which is the z, the complex number, is equals to minus 4 plus 5i. Now they say find z minus z dash divided by what? 4. So now if you come across this question, this is a complex number, z is a complex number. Did they give us this one? Whenever you see z, then you see this thing on top, it means that this is the conjugate form of, this is the conjugate form of what? Of z. Okay, conjugate form of z, it means the opposite of z. Okay, yes. So that just it. Remember, z is what? Z is, see, let me tell you guys now, z is what? Minus 4 plus 5i, right? Yes. Now what about this one, z, you see dash on top. Now this z, this one is known as, this is the conjugate form. This is the conjugate form of z. So the conjugate form, that is the opposite of z. Now, if z is minus 4 plus 5i, then z, this conjugate form will be what? Will be minus 4. Then instead of having plus, it will not be minus because it's the opposite of z. It will not be minus, then 5i. I don't understand. So if, for example, z is 2 plus 5i, the conjugate form of z will be what? 2 minus 5i. I don't understand. So that just it. If z is 3 plus 3i, the conjugate form will be what? 3 minus 3i. So that just, if z is minus 2 plus 3i, the conjugate form will be what? Will be minus 2 minus 3i. So that just it. Okay. So that tell you that the conjugate form of z is what? Conjugate form of z is minus 4 minus 5i, right? Yes. So what I'm going to do, go to your calculator, right? Yes. So I'm coming. Let me clean this part. Okay. So go to your calculator. Now, if you look at the equation, the say we should find was z minus the conjugate form divided by. So we should find z. I'm coming. So they said we should look for what? They said find z minus the conjugate form divided by what? 4. Now, where is this? Where is z? Z is what? Z is what? Z is minus 4 plus 5i. Right? Let's do bracket to bracket close. What about, we not put minus. Now, what about the conjugate form of z? Conjugate form of z is what? Minus 4, which is the opposite of this one. Minus 4 minus 5i, right? So bracket open, minus 4 minus 5i, bracket close. Then divided by 4. Okay? That is just it. No, you just go to your calculator. Make sure that your calculator, just arrange it this way. Just make sure that your calculator is what? Is in complex form by turning, by doing what? By doing press mode and to convert it to what? Or to complex form, right? Yes. So go to your calculator normally. You know how to use your calculator to turn it to fraction, then bracket open, minus 5 minus 4, then plus 5, ink, press ink, then bracket close, then under minus again, then bracket open, minus 4 minus 5 is I, right? Remember, the place of I is all hinge, right? Then close, then divide by what? Go down, divide by what? 4. So if you do everything, you have what? 5 divide 2, you have what? Our answer will be 5 over 2 I. So that is just it. So the answer is what? 5 over 2 I, which is what? Which is D. Okay, so this is how you can use, calculator trick to solve questions on complex number. So you don't need to start solving using your head to solve. You just need to use calculator. So this is how you to solve questions using the calculator trick on complex number. And also, please don't forget to subscribe. This after watching, also like the video as well as subscribe to the video. Okay, and also share it to your friends that are writing Math 101 exam. Okay, so see you in the next video.